Hi guys, how are you doing today? My day is awesome and beautiful, and I tell you why. It's because I have managed to make it to the Kenya Manyatta show. If you know what that means, it means you have all sorts of orchids from all over the world, and I do have an opportunity to bring them to you. The Kenya Orchid Society always organizes the orchid shows on annual basis, and usually it will fall between October, November, around there is when most of the orchids bloom. And so this year we've had a 3-day activity, and we have quite a number of exhibitors, the theme being Manyatta, the Manyatta bomber. So every exhibitor was supposed to interpret what they feel, they think creatively, what that means to them. But you have an enclosure, and everyone falls into their own space where they make their own bomber or house, right? House. And you will find guys have gone all out, very creative and excellent stuff. Others have collected artifacts from all over Kenya, and that means it's a representation of Kenya, of what Kenya is, who Kenya is, the different Kenyan tribes as well, and you know how they manage the homes and the houses. I have spoken to several of the exhibitors, and they are very excited to speak to us.
I've been a member of the Orchid Society for a couple of years, and this year our theme was Orchid Manyatta, and they wanted us to do something based on the Maasai, and we had American Orchid Society judges coming, and so we had actually 5 of them come and actually judge our plants together with our Kenyan judges, and so we came and everybody had a theme, and we just put the plants according to what we thought was best.
How you interpreted it.
And how we interpreted the theme, and then they were judged accordingly. So I won 3 prizes, and then 2 others for the best exhibit small size and best artistic also.
Fantastic. And all these are grown by you?
Yeah, these are all, I've had them in my garden, in my greenhouse for more than a year. That is one of the rules. You must have the plants with you for more than a year.
Yes. And some of them have grown so big.
Yes, some of them, especially plants, I've had them like for 5-6 years also.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Are they all from all over? I have noticed that.
Some come from the Far East, some come from China, some are indigenous. So, yeah.
How many shows have you judged?
Thousands, probably.
Thousands. Is that local and international?
International.
Fantastic.
I'm an international judge for the American Orchid Society, so I get to judge all over the world, right from Central America, North America, Canada, Europe, China, Taiwan.
The whole world.
Yeah,
The whole world.
Yeah.
The theme of the orchid show this year is Orchid Manyatta, and Helena and I interpreted that in the form of an African kitchen. And then the idea was to try and present our plants as best as we could using the props.
That is so cute.
It is, isn't it?
Out of 42 plants we have here, some are Anne's, some are mine, and that's why we were able to come with such the color scheme, and because the collections were pulled together for the better presentation. We've got a lot of awards. This exhibit has got best combined exhibit at the show. Thank you. And we also got a lot of individual plants awards.
Orchids is that they're very addictive.
It's very addictive. It grows in you. But I agree with you. If I had one plant, I would probably not wait for 7 years. But you have others who are making you glad in between. Yes.
Fantastic.
Yeah, so.
And I think it's really gratifying when you've been looking for a plant for 7 years, hoping it will bloom, and then
it does bloom.
and it blooms in a spectacular manner. So a plant like this, you can see it's not very big, but look at the size of the flower.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then just the richness of the character of it, and I think that is what is so gratifying about orchids.
And
you know?
yes,
Exactly.
and as you can see, they are so different. Even our standalone, you can see color, shape, growth, you name it, foliage. Everything is just so all parts of the spectrum, and it's wow. Yes.
Yeah, and I think for us, what I think most of us find when it comes to orchids is that not only is it addictive, but it's actually quite refreshing. Therapeutic is also another word.
That's the word.
Because every so often you'll spend several hours with your orchids, maybe repotting them, maybe just maybe
cutting
just,
one bud leaf, you know,
and so
them to grow.
yes, and maybe repositioning them because maybe you want to try different light intensity, etc.
So it means you're consumed by everything because you have to observe each and everything.
Yeah, but having said that, we all have full-time occupations. This is just a hobby.
When you have your me time.
Yes.
We were having a conversation earlier, and you showed me your stand, and you talked about Manyatta, and every part represents Manyatta, and the beautiful orchids that you have. And you told me you have how many orchids?
Over 300.
300.
Yeah.
Guess what?
He is very young, but his love for orchids is unbelievable. He has a huge heart for orchids. And I tell you why. Look at the blooms. Look at the blooms. Look at that. Look at this. This stole my heart.
Yeah.
This stole my heart.
It's stolen mine too.
Oh.
You're not alone.
Good to know, good to know, good to know. And you told me that you've grown into the loving orchids, having the love being passed from
From my dad.
your dad.
From my dad, yes.
Your grandfather as well?
My grandfather, so we're all kind of like flower lovers in the house. My granddad has his own love, he likes anthuriums. My dad loves a whole lot of houseplants and orchids. My love fully extends to orchids, not beyond that, but yeah.
It's a family thing.
Yeah. I definitely think so. Maybe it's a genetic thing. But we actually had some awards in the show that were like,
Wow. Because you should see his smile. The eyes are glowing.
That's one of our judges. Yeah. Nice to meet you.
I was just talking about you, that the judges, you know, and how look at his face, he's glowing.
Yeah, he should
That
be.
he won several awards, and yet he's very young.
Very young.
And what I was saying was,
I like the fact that the spirit is being passed on to the younger generation. So when we are out, we shall be out at some point, yeah? When we are out, we don't die with the interest and the love.
Absolutely.
So we have our children picking it up.
Absolutely.
And not just growing one, but expanding, you know, the love and growing the number of plants.
When I'm in my greenhouse, it's like I'm away from everything that's going on, right? This is a peaceful place for me. So whether I talk to the orchids or not, it's just something that gives me peace and comfort as an individual, right? And I could have the longest day at work, and then I come home after work and I just walk through my greenhouse and it's like everything just slowly fades away. It's a friend in that it takes away all my sorrow.
For those of us who are learning and trying to understand what is an orchid, orchids are plants and plants that flower, plants that you can use to decorate your home, to decorate your offices, and you know, name it. They have beautiful, 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 beautiful flowers. Now, the orchids, they have different species. There's some that grow on air, some grow on barks, others on wood, and others on rocks. So if you're going to buy an orchid, always make sure that you ask, where do you plant it? If your plant is not doing very well, there's a reason. There's a reason. And it would be good if you probably spoke to the society. They are awesome people. They are warm. They are willing to share the information. They are willing to share the knowledge. They are willing to help you grow your orchids at home. It's also a good bonding exercise for husband and wife. So one is holding, one is tying, you know.
Well, depends.
Family tightening exercise.
Depends. It could even lead you to divorce. So be careful, you know, because one wants to tie this way and one wants to tie that way. So be careful.
So speak to Kenya Orchid Society. They will train you on how to grow the orchid.
Just soak it, and then you'll do the same thing with the wool again.
The show was for the children as well, and they were given us a task and asked to interpret. So the exhibition had 24 schools participating in all this activity, and they brought in 800 pieces of art. The kids were brilliant. They were brilliant.
Most of the children have done the orchid Manyatta, and we've got Manyattas of all shapes and sizes.
Yes.
If they've just done orchid, they're not as likely to have won anything because we wanted to them interpret the theme, and that's what we do each year. There's a theme. Some of the work is really beautiful. Others, they really need a bit of assistance. But I have, over the years, really seen an improvement in the standard of work, particularly from the kind of the charitable schools where they've seen other people and they've had assistance from artists in other schools.
And that's what you're looking for, growth.
Yeah, growth and the opportunity for them to learn and
express themselves.
Yeah, exactly. And exactly see how they interpret it.
I am hopping around, enjoying the flowers and everything, and I can see you've loved the flowers as well.
Yeah, it's just amazing. It's stunning.
Yes.
Quite beautiful.
Have you had an experience with orchids before?
Yeah, I have quite a few of them in my house.
Oh, nice!
Yeah, something that I've
Interesting, because it sounds every person that I've spoken to either has 1, 2, if not so 500.
Well, I'm just getting started. At the rate at which I'm going,
Yes.
I'm going to get at 500.
And clearly you've gotten a few.
Yeah.
What did you get?
I don't even know the name of it. I'd have to.
But you loved. What did you like about this one?
It's what I love about this is that even without the flowers,
Yes.
just the leaves themselves are actually quite beautiful. So even when it sheds the flowers, it's still going to be something that you can put in your house and looks really amazing.
And did they give you the lessons on what you're meant to do with it?
Yeah, although I have quite a
You have an idea.
Yeah, I do
You have an idea.
Yeah.
Excellent. And this will go into this.
Yeah, so this will go.
And what's that?
That's moss that you just place on top of the vase
Yes.
just to make it look good.
Oh, this is
Deep moss, yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
So when
okay,
you put some water in, it becomes really
Yes.
soft. Yeah. So it'll just go on top of this to hide the
and to keep it moist.
and to keep it moist as well.
Will you add any other media to it?
No.
No. So whatever is
For
in
now.
there is good enough.
Yeah, until it's time to repot it when it becomes a bit bigger.
What will you add? What will you put when you're ready to?
The tree bark. The bark is usually the most.
Is it the normal kuni or the normal?
No.
You know
It's a-
me being the Kenyan I am, I'll just go and get a wood.
No. I think it's a special. I'm not sure what bark, what
Yes.
tree they make it from, but it's not the actual wood. It's the bark of the tree.
So preserve trees if you want to save the orchids. That's what you're saying.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. I am sure you wouldn't miss to be there next year because this is a wrap.